pretty familiar with this rivalry. Just in the few years you've been a part of it, what's it like? I know a lot of tradition between these two programs, and to have this before the SEC West Championship, what's this like?
So you guys wanted to talk about Marist and Western Illinois today? Is that what
Absolutely.
Okay. Obviously, man, it's going to be a really cool weekend, and on top of being so fired up for our players, and having gotten to this point right now to where they're going to have a chance to compete for the SEC West title this weekend. It's the weekend of baseball is going to speak for itself, but there's also a really big, honor and tribute and a lot of really cool things that are going to go on this weekend in terms of, the last weekend here at Duty Noble Field as we know it now, and just a lot of great players that are going to be back here, and just a lot of really cool things that are going to be going on. And, one of the things that we've talked about all week was knowing this was going to be here, but just not getting outside of what we've done all year, and just continue to approach this week like we've done each and every weekend of the SEC season so far. And, we've talked all year about throwing the records out the window. It doesn't matter who you play. It doesn't matter if you play the team that's currently in first place or you're playing the team that's currently at the bottom of the standings. Everybody in this league has great players. And I know I'm saying it every week, but it's the reality of the SEC. And, so fired up for our guys, the way they've navigated the first 27 games in this league. They have put themselves in a position to face LSU this weekend for a chance to win the SEC West, and I think that's so freaking cool. It's unbelievable. So fired up for our guys. We're excited to get out to practice today and just continue to do the things that have made us good all year. We're going to play fundamentally sound baseball. We're going to apply pressure to the defense offensively. We're going to look to cut down on our strikeouts. So the same things that we've talked about all year are the things that we're going to talk about today and for the foreseeable future here. And, we want to play fundamentally sound baseball. We want to throw strikes, and we want to put the ball in play and make the other team pick it up and throw us out. So pretty fired up about the weekend. Looking forward to it.
A large portion of that lineup returned from whenever you were there, and I know they kind of struggled in the opening part of the schedule, but it really seems like they've really kind of come into their own here at the end.
Yeah, I could hardly say they're struggling. Here they are sitting in first place in the SEC West, and they've got terrific players. They've got several guys on that current roster that are going to go on to play in the big leagues one day. They're by far the most talented group of position players that we've faced all year. Top to bottom in their lineup, and even on the bench, they are tremendously talented. They've got guys that can run. They've got guys that are bat handlers. They've got guys that hit for power. It really is an outstanding offensive ball club that they're going to walk in the gates here tomorrow night with. And on the mound, they've got outstanding arms. They've got plus velocity. They've got plus secondary stuff. And so at the same time, talking about as good as they are, here we are competing with them this weekend for a chance to win the SEC West. And so I'm going to give them all their credit, all their due. Those are terrific kids. Their coaching staff works extremely hard at coaching them. Pretty fired up to face them because I know how we're going to play, and I know what we're going to do, and we're going to continue to do the things that we've done all year. And it doesn't matter who we play. Where you want to make the other team play great to beat us. That's what we've done all year, and that's what we'll do this weekend.
You hear from people back in Louisiana this week?
It's been a busy week, just in terms of text messages and phone calls and those kind of things. And, obviously, just having grown up in the state of Louisiana, understand high school baseball in Louisiana, understand the passion that the state of Louisiana has for college baseball. And so, I've heard from a lot of people, and everybody that I've talked to has called wishing me and wishing our Mississippi State team luck. So it's been pretty cool, man. We've got a lot of people that are certainly following, and everybody's kind of talking about, God, how cool is this that this whole season has come down to Mississippi State against LSU for the SEC West. So couldn't have drawn it up any better.
What do you think it's going to be like when you're in that dugout and looking at guys that you
Sure.
coach with, guys
Yeah.
that you recruited and everything?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be really cool. I don't think it'll be awkward. I don't think it'll be weird. I've said all year that I've pulled for those kids all season long because you develop that relationship with those kids each and every day for 2.5 years, and you're in the cages with them, you're on the field with them, you're eating with them, you're doing all kinds of things, getting to know those kids deeper than their swings or deeper than starting a double play and those kind of things. So I certainly want the best for those kids. My family wants the best for those kids. But at the same time, we're in a completely different jersey now, and we want to beat them. We want to win. We're looking forward to playing extremely well. We know that they're going to show up and play really well. Their train is rolling right now. They're playing really well. They're kind of clicking on all cylinders. But at the same time, we feel like we're playing really well. And I thought last night for us was a tremendous victory in terms of just continuing to battle back and got off to a slow start, and we just kept chipping away, and then ultimately, by the time they turned the scoreboard off, we win the ball game. So that win last night for us was very indicative of the type of team that we have, that we're not going to stop. We're going to continue to attack. We're going to continue to throw punches, and we just want to keep going and going and going. And LSU's here this weekend. They're just the very next team for us. Looking forward to the challenge of competing against them.
TBA getting a Saturday start this week.
TBA is back. So we're going to go Connor Pilkington Thursday night. We'll go Denver Macquarie on Friday night. And then Saturday will be a TBA. And then that will completely be dependent upon who has thrown for Thursday and Friday, seeing where we are come game time on Saturday.
What are the challenges of your hitters facing Lang and Poche?
Yeah, well, I guess I'll first start with Alex Lang. Alex Lang is going to be a first-round draft pick probably less than a month from now. He's got a plus fastball with a plus breaking ball that when he's dialed in and when he's zoned in and locked in, it's probably the best swing and miss breaking ball in the country. And he's a tremendous competitor from an outstanding family. His makeup is off the charts. He is a real bulldog competitor on the mound. So we've got our hands filled with Alex Lang. We know he's going to be around the zone. He's going to be a strike thrower. I think the biggest thing with Alex is you just want to make him, command his fastball. You want to make him throw that breaking ball for called strikes. And, but that's, I'm not giving out any secrets. That's how everybody in the country tries to attack Alex Lang. And, some weekends he's phenomenal and he goes CG shutouts and he's off the charts, and we just want to be able to get on base, get him sideways, make him work out of the stretch, put some pressure on those guys, and see if we can't score enough runs to win the ball game against him. Jared Poche has arguably been one of the greatest pitchers in LSU baseball history. Just an ultra competitive lefty that throws strikes with 3 pitches. Just continues to attack and never gives in. Both of those guys make you beat them. And that's a really high compliment for both of those guys because their makeup and competitive nature is off the chart. So, they run as good of a 1-2 combo at opposing SEC teams as anybody in the conference. So the good part about competing in this league is you face great pitching each and every day, guys. So it's not like we have faced subpar pitching all year, and now we're staring at a combination of Lang and Poche here the last weekend of the season. We have faced great arms all year long that has prepared us to play well this weekend and face these guys.
I asked you last week about Ryan Rigby. Is there any update on him? Or you throwing him this week?
Yeah, Ryan Rigby will not be with us. He'll be out. He tried to throw last week. Just can't do it. Not going to be able to go. Has just missed too much time. Still not feeling right. So Rigby will be out. He won't be with us for the remaining part of the season.
After getting Spencer on the mound Sunday a little bit, I mean,
Yep.
what status is he right now? Is he about close to 100%?
Yeah,
You feel he's good?
Yeah, his bullpens were outstanding this week or yesterday. He threw a really good pen, felt great. I think he's, as close to being back to 100% as he's been since before he got hurt against Alabama. And he is such a competitive kid. He wants the baseball. he's been begging for the baseball for the last month when he's been hurt. And so we've really tried to limit those innings and the number of pitches and touches for him. But he's feeling as good today as he's felt since he got hurt. So he's going to be out on the mound this weekend. He'll be out on the mound in some pressure-filled situations, and we look forward to Spencer going out there and doing what he does best and getting as many outs as he can.
Do you think Bragg will be back this weekend?
Bragg has been out all week. He got sick on Saturday against Georgia, stayed in his hotel room the last 2 days at Georgia, and then was still feeling ill yesterday. So he hasn't even been with us since Saturday. So I'm assuming I'll see him very shortly here. I'm going to go check on him in the training room, see how he's feeling, see if he'll be available for us this weekend. But right now, kind of no new updates on him.
What's the nostalgia of Duty Noble Field in your mind? Is it the crowds, left field?
Yeah, it's a combination of the whole thing. I mean, you know, when you think of college baseball, you really think of Duty Noble Field and the left field lounge, and you think of the party that's going on out in the outfield and the smoke from the grills and everything. So it really is the greatest environment in college baseball, and you know, the crowds are going to be tremendous here this weekend, and you know, I think we're going to, you know, honor the past and do all those kind of things and kind of send this stadium out in style.
Riley Self has been used in several different ways. He's had extended innings, set up, closer. Where do you kind of see him fitting in the maybe not this year or next year, but in the foreseeable future?
Yeah, I mean, he's been tremendous for us this year out of the bullpen, and you know, he really has been a lockdown guy for us when he comes out of the pen. And you know, the role that he's in right now, I think, is the perfect spot for him at this time. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities that, you know, he can become a starting pitcher for us, you know, in the next year or two, that type of thing. And I think next year he'll certainly have the opportunity to compete for a starting pitcher's role or a spot. But it really doesn't matter where Self has pitched for us this year. You know, he's been out on the mound for up to 6 innings at a time, like he was earlier this year against Texas Tech. He's pitched 3 and 4 innings at a time. He's pitched the 9th inning for saves. So the great part about Riley is he's so versatile. He's so competitive that he doesn't matter. He doesn't care where he pitches. He just wants the baseball. He knows he's going to go out there, fill up the strike zone at the bottom half, and go get out. So I love bringing him in the game. He gets his outs, wants the ball in the biggest moments.